Hello, mic check. Have you ever missed someone you know was bad for you? You know they hurt you. You know the relationship wasn't healthy. You know you were happier without them, and still you miss them. You check their profile, you remember old conversations, you listen to songs that remind you of them, and for a few minutes you start thinking, maybe I made a mistake by letting them go. But did you? I think this happens because we don't always miss the person. Sometimes we miss the version of them we created in our head. We miss how they made us feel in the beginning. We miss the late night conversations, the jokes, the attention, the feeling of having someone, and our brain conveniently forgets the things that hurt us. We remember the good moments and somehow forgets we walked away in the first place. That's why you can miss someone and still know you shouldn't go back to them. Both things can be true. You can love someone and still choose yourself. You can miss someone and still know they aren't good for you. And honestly, I think that's one of the hardest things to accept because sometimes we think if I miss this much, maybe they were meant for me. No, missing someone doesn't mean they belong in your life. It just means they were important to you, and that's okay. Important reason we miss is because we are not just grieving the person, we are grieving the future we imagined with them, the plans, the memories we thought would make, the version of your life thought we would have, and losing that can hurt just as much as losing the person. That's why going back can feel so tempting because familiar pain can feel safer than unfamiliar peace. You already know that person, you know their habits, you know their voice, you know what to accept, but being alone, starting over, that feels scary. So sometimes we choose what hurt us just because it's familiar. And here's my unfiltered opinion: missing someone is not a sign that you should go back. Sometimes it's just a sign that you are healing. You don't have to hate someone to leave them. You don't need a dramatic ending. You need to prove that they were a bad person. Sometimes you simply realize this relationship is no longer good for me, and that's enough. If you are missing someone right now, don't immediately text them, don't stalk their profile, don't romanticize the past. Instead, remember the whole story, not just the good parts. Remember how you felt when you were constantly questioning your worth. Remember the nights you cried. Remember the version of yourself you became while trying to make that relationship work. And then ask yourself one question: do I actually miss them, or do I miss how things used to feel? Because there is a difference, and sometimes the person you miss is not the person you need. Maybe what you really need is to become okay with the life you have without them, because peace can feel boring after you have addicted to chaos. But trust me, peace is not boring. Peace is what you were looking for all along. So yes, you can miss them, you can still care about them, you can still remember the good times, and you can still choose not to go back. That's not weakness, that's growth. This is Unfiltered Her, and here's my today's unfiltered truth. Sometimes you don't need to stop missing someone, you just need to stop letting that feeling decide what you do next.